where the Crawdads Sing tells the poignant and suspenseful tale of Kia Clark, a girl growing up in the secluded marshes of North Carolina. Abandoned by her mother and siblings, Kia is left in the care of her abusive father, who eventually disappears, leaving her to navigate life alone as a child in the wild. Known to the townsfolk as the Marsh Girl, she learns to fend for herself by fishing and digging for mussels, selling them for mere pennies at a local store run by the kind-hearted Jumpin and Mabel. Despite a lack of formal education, Kia immerses herself in the study of the marsh's ecosystems, becoming adept in understanding its intricate wildlife. Her life takes a transformative turn when she meets Tate Walker, a local boy who shares her passion for nature. Tate teaches Kia to read and write, opening up new opportunities and deepening their bond. However, Tate's departure for college leaves Kia heartbroken, as he had promised to return but ultimately does not. In her solitude, Kia encounters Chase Andrews, a popular local boy who entices her into a romantic involvement. Desperate for a connection, Kia falls for Chase, but his intentions are duplicitous. While he conceals their relationship publicly, he pressures her for intimacy and makes false promises of marriage. When Kia discovers that Chase is engaged to another woman, she confronts him. Their encounter turns violent when he tries to assault her, but Kia manages to fight him off and warns him to stay away. As Kia's story unfolds, it intertwines with a murder investigation centered around Chase Andrews, who is found dead beneath a fire tower in the marsh. Suspicions quickly target Kia due to her outsider status and her prior relationship with Chase, igniting the town's prejudices against her. Kia is arrested for the murder, thrusting her into a harsh spotlight. During the trial, Kia is defended by Tom Milton, a retired lawyer moved by her plight. The prosecution seeks to portray her as a wild and vengeful being, emphasizing her isolated upbringing and history with Chase. Key evidence presented against her includes red fibers from her hat found on Chase's jacket and a missing shell necklace she once gifted him. Witness testimonies reflect the town's prejudices and misconceptions of Kia. However, Tom Milton meticulously dismantles the evidence, revealing the absence of definitive proof against her. The trial encapsulates Kia's struggle for dignity and justice in a world that frequently misunderstands and mistreats her. The narrative unfolds in the 1950s in the marshlands of Barkley Cove, North Carolina, beginning with the suspicious death of Chase Andrews, the town's popular figure. The local community quickly implicates Kia Clark, known as the Marsh Girl, as the prime suspect due to her isolation and disconnection from societal norms. As the story progresses, flashbacks delve into Kia's traumatic upbringing, characterized by neglect and abandonment. Her mother, after suffering years of abuse, leaves the family, prompting the departure of Kia's siblings, leaving her to confront their volatile father alone. Amidst this harsh reality, Kia forms a profound bond with nature. She finds solace in the marsh, which becomes a sanctuary for her creativity and resilience. Immersed in the natural world, she draws and writes about wildlife, culminating in the publication of successful books that celebrate her deep connection to her environment. Although isolated, Kia embodies self-sufficiency and strength, carving out an existence that is distinctly her own despite the harsh judgments from the townsfolk. Tate, a childhood friend who deeply cares for Kia, returns from college filled with regret for having left her during her formative years. Recognizing the depth of his feelings for her, he reestablishes their relationship, providing support as the town's suspicions culminate in a trial over Chase's suspicious demise. Throughout the trial, Tate staunchly stands by Kia, emphasizing his unwavering belief in her innocence amidst the community's growing doubts. In a pivotal moment, the jury ultimately finds Kia not guilty. Their decision hinges on the absence of credible evidence against her, allowing her to return to the marsh she loves. Kia and Tate, united by love and mutual understanding, embrace a life together, growing old side by side in the landscape that nurtured Kia's spirit. The film's closing moments are poignant and poetic. After Kia's peaceful passing in her boat, Tate uncovers hidden writings and sketches in her cabin. Among her belongings, he discovers a missing shell necklace, which reveals a chilling truth: Kia had killed Chase, an act born from a primal need to protect herself from a lifetime of fear and violence. This act mirrors her lessons from nature about survival, illustrating the theme that survival sometimes requires sacrifice. The narrative concludes with a profound reflection on Kia's deep connection to the natural world, underscoring the cyclical nature of life and death. Kia is immortalized in the marsh she cherished forever, part of its beauty, where the Crawdads sing, symbolizing her enduring legacy intertwined with the rhythms of nature. Initially, Kia cherishes the brief, kind gestures from her father, but he eventually abandons her, leaving the young girl isolated and alone. To survive, Kia adapts to the rhythms of the marsh, learning to catch mussels that she trades to Jumpin, a compassionate black man who, alongside his wife Mabel, offers her discreet support amid the disdain she faces from the townsfolk. Although solitary, Kia forms an intrinsic bond with the marsh's flora and fauna. She dedicates her days to exploring and documenting her surroundings, cultivating a profound understanding of the natural world that becomes her sanctuary, fulfilling the familial void in her life. Tate Walker, a local boy with a shared passion for the marsh, notices Kia and recognizes her intelligence. He approaches her and offers to teach her to read and write. With unwavering determination, she eagerly engages with books, enhancing her ability to articulate her extensive knowledge of the ecosystem. A deep friendship develops into young love. Tate promises to return after college, but ultimately breaks this promise, causing Kia heartbreak and pushing her deeper into isolation. As time passes, Kia, now a young woman, encounters Chase Andrews, who is charming and confident. At first, he appears to promise her love and societal acceptance, but he conceals their relationship from public view. Kia's yearning for connection leads her to become involved with him. However, her world collapses when she discovers that Chase is engaged to another woman. When Kia confronts him, he reacts violently, attempting to assault her. In a moment of self-defense, Kia narrowly escapes, realizing that she must tread carefully in a world filled with betrayal. Simultaneously, the narrative shifts to a current-day murder investigation, with Kia arrested and charged for Chase's murder based largely on circumstantial evidence and the town's prejudice against her. Her trial ensues, and retired lawyer Tom Milton takes on her case, believing steadfastly in her innocence and disturbed by the community's eagerness to scapegoat an outsider. Amid the courtroom proceedings, flashbacks reveal Kia's resilience and heartbreak. Following Chase's betrayal, she immerses herself completely in her love for the marsh, dedicating herself to writing and illustrating books about its plants and animals. Through her passion, Kia attains a modest degree of success and a sense of financial independence, although she continues to lead a life mostly apart from society. The courtroom proceedings in Kia's trial reach a fever pitch as witnesses recount her storied isolation and past altercations with Chase. The prosecution capitalizes on the community's entrenched biases against her, portraying Kia as an oddball shunned by the town. A crucial piece of evidence emerges: the shell necklace Kia once gifted to Chase, which had been spotted around his neck but was missing when his body was located. Coupled with the discovery of red fibers consistent with Kia's hat on his jacket, suspicions about her involvement deepen. Tom, Kia's defense attorney, counters the evidence by asserting that there is no definitive link between Kia and the crime. He reminds the jury that Chase had numerous enemies and highlights Kia's marginalized status in society. This plea is interpreted as a broader commentary on the dangers of misjudgment and stereotyping due to an unconventional lifestyle. Meanwhile, Tate, who had left for college, re-emerges in Kia's life, haunted by his earlier departure. Initially skeptical of his intentions due to previous betrayals, Kia gradually allows Tate back into her world as he demonstrates steadfast support throughout the trial. He reassures her of her worthiness of love and compassion, reminding her that she is not alone in her struggle. The trial culminates in an emotional appeal from Tom, who urges the jury to transcend local gossip and base their verdict solely on the evidence presented. After prolonged deliberations, Kia is found not guilty, an outcome that fills her with immense relief and allows her to return to the marsh to rebuild her life alongside Tate. In the subsequent years, Kia and Tate find solace in each other's company as they delve deeper into the beauty of the marsh. Freed from public scrutiny, Kia dedicates herself to writing and emerges as a respected naturalist, cultivating her passion for nature. As time passes, Kia quietly passes away in her boat, emblematic of her connection to the land she cherished. Upon her death, Tate uncovers a hidden compartment in her home containing her drawings, poems written under the pseudonym Amanda Hamilton, and most hauntingly, the missing shell necklace worn by Chase. This discovery unveils a poignant truth: Kia had indeed killed Chase. Recognizing the existential threat he posed and the community's incapability of safeguarding her, Kia acted in self-defense, much like the creatures she had diligently observed throughout her life. The story concludes with a reflection on Kia's choices and the inherent struggle for survival against societal prejudice, underscoring the complexities that entangle her legacy. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.